Welcome to my offline play of Last Epoch version 1.0. I'll be playing, again I stated, offline with this character. There's a couple things I'm interested in this game. There's a lot of discourse surrounding it, mainly like server issues and things like that. But I'm gonna just dive in. I didn't do much research. It was $35, so you know. We're gonna dive in and see what it's about. So I'm gonna click play offline. Here are the 5 classes. You may not know, but I'm telling you right now I'm playing with a controller, Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller to be specific. The reason why is because I like to lean back and rest when playing games. You know, being in front of the computer so much, you get tired of the mouse and keyboard for things. You know, of course, when it's a try-hard version, you know, mouse and keyboard. But generally, I play games with controller support. But we're gonna look at the characters here, and I'm gonna decide on what I'm gonna pick. No, I didn't want to pick you. So we got this guy. This I will like to state one thing. There's no character customization as the game is released currently. So if I pick this guy or this girl or this guy, that's what they look like. It is what it is. Of course their armor would change, but like if I want this to be a girl and this to be a guy, those are not choices I have. So I'm gonna just go through and see what we got here. I'm trying to figure out what button is to select without selecting, because I don't want to... He's a sentinel. Stalwart. Yeah, you know. I'm not going to do sentinel. Void Knight, Force Guard, Paladin, you know, sword and border guy. Not really what I'm looking for here. She's a rogue. Mastery. You choose one of 3 masteries. Blade Dancer, Marksman, or Falconer. You get like a falcon pet, which is cool. I normally play a rogue in all other games like this, so I'm trying not to go down that road. Then we have the Primalist, who's masteries. Remember, one of 3 choices is a Shaman, Beastmaster, or a Druid. You know, and they get their own set of skills, which is, you know, interesting. Not looking for Helm. Currently, my pick is between the magic guy, the mage, who could be a sorcerer, spellblade, or a rune master, or I'm trying to figure out where I'm actually going here, or the acolyte, who could become a necromancer, a lich, or a warlock. You know, so, and I'm gonna do 2 characters. And the reason I'm doing 2 characters because I'm playing fully offline mode, so one character will be always offline and one character will be always online. I think with that decision, I'm gonna play the mage for my offline character. We're gonna call him. So his name will be Zephyrus. Okay, apparently if I click the mouse and then, like, if I type it in with the mouse and keyboard and then I go back to the controller, it erases the thing. So his name is Zephyrus. I asked ChatGPT to give me a random mage name, and they came up with Zephyrus Shadowcloak. And I'm like, you know, I like that, but I don't like the fact that it's... You can't add space. Wait, can I add underscores? Yeah. I'm gonna call him Zephyrus Shadowcloak. Then we're gonna continue. We're gonna play normal mode. Hardcore means if the character dies, they're deleted. Oh, this hardcore mode seem to be different. Normally hardcore mode means your character's gone and you can't play them at all, but since I'm playing offline, maybe they just change it to where it's something different. So I'm gonna just jump right in here.
In the beginning, there was darkness. Only terror, myself, and the void. I was content with nothing. She dreamt of light, of life, of humanity. We disagreed, and yet, in her world, there were gods. Majasa of the desert, Largon of the sea, Rye of the endless skies, and Hierot of the frozen tundra. But fate stole Terra away. Without her, there was conflict, then wars. In the end, it was Rye who sought to outshine the sun that would pull the world into his flame. Caught within Rye's gaze were the Keepers, an order sworn to protect Eterra's memory and the power it still holds. They were joined by someone unexpected, a traveler, willing to walk into the flames of war. But why? Was it honor they sought? Power? Redemption? Or was this fate? Perhaps. But no story is quite that simple.
So this is me. I am moving the left stick to move. Hold on. I noticed some screen tearing here, so I have to find VSync on. Bear with me, I'm still seeing screen tearing, and I'm not. Did I not? Okay. One second while I figure out what's going on here. Okay, so I'm back. Turned on VSync. It was one of those things that if you're in settings, wasn't aware. I can't have limit FPS to 60 and VSync on at the same time because my monitor and VSync limit could be different. My limit FPS could be different. Since my monitor only limits itself to 60 anyway, I had to uncheck this one to be able to turn that on. Now I don't get the screen tearing when I'm moving. That's a little tidbit. My monitor goes up to 70, but I only play at 60. I don't have one of those super high frame rates. That's like 244 hertz monitor. So let's talk about controls. I am moving my character with the left stick. Right stick seems to be my main attack. X is my, I remember I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller. You can see down there at the bottom the buttons. X is my lightning. B is blank, right bumper is blank, left trigger is blank. But if I click the left stick, I get a map.
These roads are not kind to my bones, but I must hurry. Wellrin is still a few days away.
Get some gold here. A doesn't do anything. How convenient that monsters that drop from the sky just happen to have health potions. Can I kill this rabbit? No. Wait. Okay. I'm not seeing... Okay, my mana is on the right side, that blue ball, of course. My health is on the left, the red ball. And it seems like my mana slowly comes back over time. This is probably going to change as I get stronger and stronger spells. I do not have any type of dodge mechanic, it seems. So like, if something's closing in on me, sucks to suck, I shouldn't let them get that close. Because if I click left stick, it's just changing the map. If I click, my lightning doesn't change through enemies yet. I don't know why I'm using melee as a mage. I will probably be a spell of sort, where I'm a melee magic fighter. Let's see what we got here. Fallen Messenger's Letter. In the hands of a fallen messenger, you find a letter from the Keeper's Council. It is addressed to you.
Our Heoborian allies informed us that you will attend the peace talks. Raya's war has reached our lands, and we are in need of aid.
Also during the cutscene, I thought the Raya's logo was pretty cool. Always with the sky gods who want complete power.
As keepers, we avoid conflict. We're dedicated to the goddess Eterra's memory. That is, until Raya forced our hand. He wishes to destroy us and steal Eterra's legacy. We can't let that happen. We need Herot's help. Your help.
I'll be glad to help you for a price. So, question, why did I get this game sight unseen? You know, not really following it, didn't play the beta. Well, I was looking for a looter shooter. Always looking for a looter shooter. Thought Suicide Squad was going to be something, but it seems like that died on a vine. I might circle back around to that at like $20. And when it has offline mode. I think it has offline mode, but it's not $20. And I always try to get a looter shooter game every year. Every 6 months or so. Last year, me and my friends played through Tiny Tina Wonderlands. I really thought that would be more... wow, I get chat. I get online chat in my freaking offline game. Alright, so I thought Tiny Tina's would be more freeform and creative than it was. And then it come to find out it wasn't. Let me look at my settings real quick. I mean, controllers. So I have, if I hold select, I get this menu. Select is on the left, start is on the right. I don't care if people switch it back and forth with different controllers. I'm an old school gamer. Select is always on the left to me. I can move the right analog stick to select stuff, so we can look at my skills. I gotta click right, no. I gotta hit A to select it. That's weird. So I have to hold select, push the right stick into the angle I want, and still click A. So it's like hitting 3 directions on a button on a controller. So if you have a controller, give that a shot. See how weird that feels. Skill introduction. Click on the skill. Click on the action bar slot to access the skill selection panel. You can specialize in up to 5 skills by clicking the unlock specialization slot located above, which unlock as you level up. Specializing in a skill will allow you to gain skill points for that skill by earning experience, which you can use to empower and augment it. Some skills do not have an augment tree yet. So what they're saying, right? So up here is where we get more skills. But what they're saying, if I click a lightning blast, right? as I get more levels, I get different spell skills. Okay, that makes sense. As I spend more points in a passive tree, I get more passive skills. These are the levels that I need to be, or the points I need to spend. Sorcerer, Master. What they were saying before, if I click A on lightning, it has its own skill tree for this one particular skill. So you can see, like, this is a skill, but I can pick up going around it, you know. I can pick up this skill where I'll be able to find it without costing mana, fire it without costing mana when I'm out of mana, you know, but it can't, you know, automatically chain to enemies. So I could fundamentally change the way I wanted to play a character, and this is kind of where I wanted to play this game, because I haven't seen a game that has skills that has their own skills trees. See, most games would be, you can also use the D-pad to move through menus, so that's good. See, most games will be, these are your 10 skills, or whatever, you know, 9. And then you get some extra skills, and that's it. The way they come is the way they get. But like static, as you see, I don't have access to static. It has its own set of skills, which is separate. I gain more charges as static when I'm hit. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to check this out. And I'm playing it online and playing it offline and playing 2 different characters. And I can only choose one mastery, so I may have this in my rotation. Don't want to drag on to... Left trigger is blank, right trigger is blank. That's why he's just swinging like that. Another thing is, there's a game guide built into the game. So, you know, if I go to unlock skills, you know, you can see here, link to this article in chat. So anything you need to know about the game, this particular game, which I like, is in this game. Like, I don't have to go online and figure out, how do I use... Let's scroll down and see what's here. How do I use... What is legacy? Yeah, so that's what legacy is. I don't know what that means right now. I'm not trying to read it, but like, there's a thing like, what is time rot? Time rot deals void damage over time, while also making stuns last longer. By default, each stack deals 55 void damage over a 3-second duration and increases stun duration by 5 seconds. Like, and that's like, so if there's ever like, oh, I'm stuck with an effect, I don't know what it does, there's something here. Experimental items. So yeah, I don't want to bog down the beginning of the video too much, you know, with stuff like that. So I'm gonna continue to play. There doesn't seem to be a, like, I can't hold X to charge up the attack. Maybe that's a skill. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop doing whatever you're doing. I do appreciate games that automatically recover my health. As you see on the left hand side there, on the red ball, my health is recovering because I'm out of combat. I do appreciate games that do that. I also appreciate games that when you're walking over a piece of gear, you can see there on the right hand side that I am, you know, getting a mage helmet, 17 forging potential, 8 armor, +1 intelligence, +3 health regen per second, sell for 7 gold. I can click in the right stick, and then I could get let me see here. I think the game is busted. Okay, up and down on the D-pad changes view, so I could come in closer or farther. Let me see Alt. Hold Alt. No. So here's what happened. If you hold right down the right analog stick, you will make it so you don't get interrupted for stuff like this. if you tap it, it automatically comes up when I walk over it. Let me tap it again. But I can move my right analog stick. So let's say you're in an area. So let me say what I'm saying. Let's say you're in an area and you're like, I don't want nothing here. I don't want to see this crap. On the controller, just hold the right analog stick. You can walk over it. You can do things. You can see there on the left hand side it says ground item tooltips hidden. Now if I hold it, ground item tooltips visible on the left hand side. Now I can use the right analog stick to mouse over it. Then I can press down on it for the explanations. I could click left to compare. I don't have nothing to compare it to. I can see ranges. I just want to, like, you know, hit A, put it in my pocket, hit select. I got to get used to hitting select. Go up to inventory and let go. So you can hold left. You can hold select. Let me show you. You can hold select, like I'm doing now. Push up on the right analog stick and let go, and it will open it. You don't have to hit A, like I said in the beginning, to do 3 or 4 things. So that was the mage helmet, right? Circle it. I click the right analog stick down. I can see that 17 forging potential. Forging potential is a resource used to craft this item in a forge. Plus, press F to open the forge. Of course, that update is not on the controller, but it's something I have on the select screen. On over here. I'm not going to get into that right now. But pretty much Forge is basically saying, hey, if you want to upgrade this item, you could do it 17 times if you want to upgrade a stat. Like, I could open the Forge real quick and just move this over. Hit X to move it to the Forge. So I could upgrade my health regeneration per second, and I upgrade the intelligence, but I would need whatever these crystals are, which I have none of. So that's what Forge is. And I could do that at any time, you know. And as you see in the Forge, there's a guide, there's a crafting material up top. So they're like, hey, you know, they're like, so this seems to be one of those games where it's like, hey, you could play the game without worrying about what is X, what is Z, what is Y, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, let me play the game. So now I'm trying to do what I told you about before, like pushing up and letting go, and it's not working. Oh, it worked. You gotta let go the right analog stick and select at the same time. So, you know, I should be getting a level up here soon. Let me get that. Let me press A on that. Let me just equip that. This one seems to be trash. Of course, like I said, the stuff changed. So you can see on my head, I got the mage helmet, circlet thing, and my wand changed. However, like I said earlier, there's no character customization at this time. That could be a whole nother discussion. I'm always of the type, I'd rather customize my skills and do cool shit versus looking cool. I would prefer a game to have both. Like, if this game would let me customize my guy and have the option to do, you know, and have the option to do. There's no lock on, so you gotta look in their direction. But I can just fire to the left or the right here. Okay, so I got fireball. So that's B. B is my fireball. So let's open up my skills. So like I said before, I can, you can see here. Fire, spell, intelligence is the scaling tags, basically, which means that if we are looking for what type of skills or equipment helps this fireball, it should say fire, spell, or intelligence. See, this says lightning spell over intelligence. This says cold spell, area intelligence. So if it's like, oh, I want Snap Freeze to be bigger and stronger, look for someone with area on it. As a mage, you should be focusing on intelligence. Focus on fire, cold, or lightning for these. And like I said before, you can see here that I don't see the points here. I have not specialized in here, but you can see like the fire tree has its own number of points. Fireball now pierces enemies, but costs more mana, you know, which means the fireball goes through enemies, but it does more damage per, you know, point. 25% chance to go through an enemy, but 33% more mana cost to fire that fireball. I wonder, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a way that you can like, oh yeah, fireball is good to stun people. Fireball is good to stun people. I wonder if there's a way that you can take put points into something, test it out, then take it out if you don't want it. Nope. 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 To be fair, Mr. Bear, you had it coming. Nothing seems to be this way. Clicking the left hand on the lock stick gives me a map. You can see the map in the top right where I like it, but you can have it bigger on the screen. I must say, the controller support feels pretty good for this style of game, which is normally a mouse and keyboard sort of thing. I am digging the controller support. This could be one of my games that is... over here, I watched a video on it. There's just a weapon, an item to make your character stronger. Weaker, actually. Makes it weaker to make the game more challenging. I'm not actually going to do it. It's these veteran boots. See over there in the bottom right, you increase your movement speed, you know. But you decrease your damage. Increase the damage you take, decrease the damage you do. I'm not going to do that. I just came this way because it was like so in my mind. I can't sell the boots for any money or anything. I'm not going to equip them. I'm here to have fun and hopefully become an overpowered mage by the end of the game. To be ripping through things. I thought that. What happens if I hit both attack buttons at the same time? All right, you can't fire both at the same time. One right after the other. Let's go to the burners.